Rahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine. It's time now to discuss step-by-step English grammar class 5. In our previous lessons we have discussed lesson number 3 nouns, and we have left some unsolved exercises of lesson number 3. Today we will complete those exercises and also we will learn lesson number 4. The pages we are going to cover today are page number 14 to 18 of English grammar. Dear students, in previous lesson you have learned that we can make nouns from verbs. And you also learned that we can make a noun from verb by adding suffixes at the end of the noun. Today we will practice the knowledge. Open your books of grammar at page number 14. Let's discuss practice exercise A. This exercise asks you to make nouns from the verbs. It says, complete the sentences by adding noun form of verbs. Sentence number 1 is, Jack saw a big dash once the rocks were removed. And the option is to enter. You can see in brackets the option to enter given is a verb. And you are asked to make noun from this verb enter. So you know how to make nouns from verbs. So to make a noun from verb enter, we will add ans, that is a suffix at the end of the word enter, and the word would be entrance. You can look at your screen. This exercise is solved for you. After we discuss all the questions, you will solve this exercise on your book of English grammar. Sentence number 2 says, he sustained and dashed while jumping from the diving board. And the option is to injure. The word injure means to get wounded. And the noun we make from this word is injury. Third is, everyone was happy with the dash given by the court. Option is to judge. We will add suffix ment to the verb judge and the answer would be judgment. Sentence number 4. The patient got back his dash after the surgery. See. To see. The noun we make from the word to see is sight. Now please fill a practice exercise A on your book of English grammar. Now come to practice exercise B. Verb form of nouns. In this exercise you are given 10 nouns. And the nouns are departure, illustration, correction, gathering, organization, germination, remembrance, improvement, approval and knowledge. What we are going to do, we will make verbs from these nouns. In previous exercise we have made nouns from verbs, but now we will make verbs from nouns. To make verbs from these nouns, you need to know the meaning of these nouns. Departure means leaving, disappearance. Illustration means a drawing, picture, or some explanation in any way. Correction means to correct something, you know that. Gathering means meeting, crowd. Organization means an institution. Germination means growth. Remembrance means to remember something, to keep something in memory. Improvement means development. Approval means consent or agreement of someone, and knowledge means information or some facts or data. Look at your screens. You are given the options. On the other side of these nouns, you are given 10 verbs, and you will match these 10 verbs to their nouns. Find the verb to departure. It's at number 3, to depart. The act of leaving. What's the difference between nouns and verbs? Noun is name of something, name of anything, and verb is name of an action. So departure is a noun and its verb is to depart. Find the verb to illustration. Illustration means drawing, painting or something, and to illustrate means to explain, to draw, to paint. It's now your turn to match all the verbs to their nouns and fill these verbs on your books. You are also going to learn these exercises. If you find any difficulty, don't hesitate to contact. Let's now move to practice exercise C. In this exercise, we are given some verbs and we are asked to change these verbs to their noun forms. Again, we are going to change verbs to their noun forms. But here is one thing to notice. When we change a verb to its noun form in a sentence, when the verb is in a sentence and we change it into a noun, it changes the whole structure of sentence. In these examples, you will see that how changing a verb into noun changes the whole sentence, and you are asked to change these 5 sentences. Let's begin now. Sentence number 1 is, I need you to explain this to me. First, find the verb in this sentence. The verb is to explain. Now, change this verb into a noun. Add any suffix. Yes, we will add suffix "tion" and the noun would be explanation. Let's put it into a sentence. I need you to explain this to me. The sentence would be, I need your explanation. If we say, I need you explanation this to me, this would be an incorrect sentence. To make this sentence correct, we need to change the whole sentence. And the correct sentence would be, I need your explanation. Number 2. He injured himself while playing basketball. Now, identify the verb. Yes, the verb is injured. To change it into the noun, recall your memory. Yes, the noun is injury. To put this injury into the sentence, we cannot say he injured himself while playing basketball. But we will change the sentence to make it correct. The correct sentence would be, he got an injury while playing basketball. Number 3. This kind of joke does not amuse me. Find the verb, amuse. Now change it into a noun. Add the suffix ment, amusement. Amusement is a noun. Put it into the sentence. This kind of joke does not amusement me. Does this sentence sound correct? No, it does not sound correct. The correct sentence would be, this kind of joke does not bring me any amusement. Sentence number 4. I love to sail in my boat. Find the verb, to sail, and the noun to this verb would be sailing. I love sailing in my boat. Sentence number 5. Sally presented her project well. Noun to this verb is presentation. Put it into the sentence. It would be, Sally's presentation was well. We cannot say Sally presentation her project well. This would be incorrect. The correct sentence would be, Sally's presentation was well. Now you are done with lesson number 3 of English grammar. Fill these 3 exercises, practice A, B and C on your book. Now let's move to lesson number 4. Lesson number 4 is sentences and page number is 16. In this lesson we will discuss a new thing, that is predicate. This lesson basically focuses on the concept of subject and predicate. You are unfamiliar with the word predicate, but you are familiar with the concept of subject. Now tell me, what is a subject? You have already learned what is a subject. A subject is a person or a thing who is doer of the action. Look at the given example. Mary bought a doll. Identify the subject in this example. Who is doer of action in this sentence? The action is buying a doll. Who is the doer? Mary. Yes, Mary is subject. You can see on your screen. Mary is highlighted in red color. Mary is subject and rest of the sentence is predicate. Now you would be asking me, what is predicate? Predicate is the part of sentence that tells us information about the subject. We remove subject from the sentence and the rest of the sentence is predicate. In the example we discussed, Mary bought a doll. Mary is subject. We took the subject Mary aside and the rest of the sentence, bought her doll, is predicate as it is giving us information about the subject. That subject has done something. Look at these two examples. The room was littered with paper all over. What you have to do? Just identify the subject. Put it aside and the rest of the sentence would be predicate. Predicate means state something, give some information. In the sentence there are two basic parts. One is subject and the other is predicate. Just identify the subject and rest of the sentence would be predicate. The room was littered with paper all over. Identify the subject. That is the room. And the rest of the sentence that gives information about the subject is predicate. That is highlighted in orange and also underlined. A yellow butterfly is sitting on the red rose. What is subject? A yellow butterfly. And rest of the sentence is predicate. A predicate always contains a verb. That is the action, that is the doing word in the sentence. That verb is a part of the predicate, but it is also very necessary for the predicate. Notice one thing, that do not confuse verb with the predicate. Verb is just a part of the predicate. All the portion, all the part of the sentence that is not subject is the predicate. Let us understand it with examples. The children enjoyed the magic show. To identify the predicate, first we have to identify the subject. Identify the subject in this sentence. The children enjoyed the magic show. Who in your opinion is enjoying the magic show? The children? Yes, the children is subject and rest of the sentence that is also highlighted and underlined is predicate because it is giving us information about the subject. Number 2, the cat mews. Who is subject? The cat. And the verb mews is predicate. Anita and James love dancing. Remember, it is not necessary that a sentence have only one subject. There could be more than one subjects to a sentence. Like you can see in this example, Anita and James. Both Anita and James are doer of the action. So both Anita and James is subject to this sentence and the predicate is love dancing. Number 4, I finished my homework before going to play. One single subject, I, and the rest of the information, finished my homework before going to play, is predicate to this Subject. Joseph will bring chocolates for all of us tomorrow. Someone is going to do something. Who is going to bring chocolates? Joseph. So he is the doer. He is the subject. And rest of the sentence is given information about subject Joseph, and it is predicate. Will bring chocolates for all of us tomorrow. Move to second exercise. Let us understand. Look at these sentences. These are 5 sentences. Why is John not coming down for dinner? Are you feeling unwell? Where have Anne and Steve gone? Yesterday the school was closed. There were 3 stray kittens sitting under the table. Notice one thing and remember it. It is not necessary that subject always comes at the start of the sentence. Like you have read in previous exercise. All the subjects were at the beginning of the sentence, but here you can find that your subjects are at the middle. They are not necessarily at the beginning of the sentence. Let's find the subject. Why is John not coming down for dinner? About whom we are talking in this sentence? About John? Yes, we are talking about John, that he is not coming down for dinner. So who is subject? Yes, subject is John. And rest of the sentence, why is not coming down for dinner, is predicate. Number 2, are you feeling unwell? Who is subject? You? Yes, you is subject. And rest of the sentence, are feeling unwell, is predicate. Number 3, where have Anne and Steve gone? We are talking about Anne and Steve. They have gone. So Anne and Steve are subjects. And where have gone is predicate. Yesterday the school was closed. The school is subject. Yesterday was closed is predicate. There were 3 stray kittens sitting under the table. Someone was sitting under the table. Yes, there were 3 stray kittens. 3 stray kittens is subject and they were sitting under the table is predicate. Are you getting me? Did you understand the concept of subject and predicate well? Very good. Now let's practice our knowledge. Move to practice exercise A. It says write the predicate to complete sentences. Sentence number 1 is Joseph and Anne. You are given subjects here. Joseph and Anne. Both are the subjects. You are going to fill the predicate. You are going to fill the information about Joseph and Anne. Do it yourself. Take your time. Number 2 is America. Say something about America. They. Tell us something about them. I. Tell us something about yourself. My school. Tell us something about your school. Complete these sentences. Put some predicates in these sentences to make them complete. Here you go. You are given some suggested answers for you. It's up to you. You are going to fill your books with these answers or the answers you are going to write yourself. It's up to you. The suggested answers are love to read stories, won the game, go to school by bus, is closed for holidays, has latest technology. Remember, these answers are not in the correct order. It's not necessary that love to read stories number 1 sentence is for Joseph and Anne. It's not necessary, but it could be correct. Use your knowledge and fill this exercise in your books. Now move to next exercise. It says identify the subjects. You are given 5 sentences here. I will read out these sentences for you and you are going to find the subjects. Uncle Sam, Rogers the dog, and Tinker the cat all lived together like friends in the little log hut. Number 2. Nancy and her uncle went for a stroll after dinner. Number 3. Tim and Melanie ordered a pizza for themselves. Number 4. Tom and his friend went to the store to buy some bread. Number 5. Aunt Wendy and Aunt Maria are coming home for breakfast. Do this exercise yourself, find the subjects, and also remember the rest of the sentence that is not subject is predicate. Move on now. You are given answers here. These are your subjects. You can fill them in your book. Find these subjects on your book and underline them over there. A last exercise today. Connect the subjects with suitable predicates to make meaningful sentences. You are given a column here. Join column A to column B. This is a very interesting story. You all have read this story. That is The Lion and the Mouse. You are given subject on one side and predicates on the other side. Join the subjects to the suitable predicates to make the story. Subjects are a small mouse, it, the lion, he, the mouse. I will do sentence number 1 for you. A small mouse. Read the predicates. Thought it was a hill. Roared angrily. Climbed up the back of a sleeping lion. Said he was sorry for disturbing him in his sleep. Woke up instantly. Remember the story? Recall it? A small mouse climbed up the back of a sleeping lion. To know what happened next, join these subjects to their predicate and come up with the whole story. Best of luck. Let's move to our next section, that is of creative writing. Take your notebook and pen. We are going to write the application for sick leave. On your screens you can see you are given a pattern of how to write an application. It starts with the principle. There are some basic parts of the application. First is address. Look at your screen. The principal, comma, allied school, comma, Rawalpindi, full stop. This is address to whom you are writing the application. Next important part is when we address the person to whom we are writing. If he is male, we will write sir. If female, we will write madam. So, we will start with the principal, comma, allied school, comma, Rawalpindi, full stop. Then we will write sir, then comma. Then we will state our problem. We will start with respectfully. We will put a comma. Then it is stated that you will write about your sickness, your problem. You are going to write it yourself. I am leaving this section for you. And then after stating your problem, the other important thing is thanking in anticipation. We normally write, I shall be very thankful to you for this act of kindness. Then we move toward ending by giving our regards. When we are writing application, we normally write yours obediently. Look at the spelling of yours. Then obediently, we put comma. Then we normally put our name. Here I am writing X, Y and Z. Then we put date. Look at the screen and find out how to write date properly. Now complete this exercise on your notebooks. Write the application. Give the heading or topic. Write an application for sick leave. And then write this application. Start with the principal. Look at the screen. Keep your notebook like this. Start the principal from the leftmost corner, then write allied school following the same alignment, then insert comma and roll penny in the same way. Follow the same pattern and spacing and lining of the application as it is given on your screen. Here you are given some sentences that will help you in studying your problem and completing your application. Arrange these sentences in order and fill in your application. These sentences are: I cannot come to school. Kindly grant me leave for 2 days only. I'm suffering from high fever. You are going to arrange these sentences in the correct order and then you will insert them in your application. It would be respectfully. It is stated that I am suffering from high fever. I cannot come to school. Kindly grant me leave for 2 days only. I shall be very thankful to you for this act of kindness. Yours obediently XYZ. And then you will insert that. At the end, I recommend you, if you find any difficulty, play the video again. If still unclear, don't hesitate to contact. Take very good care of you. Allah Hafiz.